Few expected England to win the Ashes in Australia, but the one-sided nature of the series, ending in a crushing 4-0 defeat, has raised serious questions about many areas of English cricket. Knee-jerk reactions should almost always be avoided, and if England's performance was a one-off, some perspective would be advised. But this is not a one-off. Despite some encouraging performances during the home summer, England's Test cricket has gone backwards in the past 3 years, and the recent performances away from home, a fine win in South Africa in 2015-16 excepted, have been horribly poor. We take a look at some of the key reasons for England's defeat in Australia and the issues which need to be looked at. Selection is always an inexact science, but England's selectors have had a worse time of things than their Australian counterparts. They made a number of gambles in the original squad, none more so than that of James Vince. After averaging 32.94 for Hampshire in the county championship and 19.27 in his previous 7 tests, he was surprisingly recalled to bat at number 3. His performances in the series have proven the decision to be a poor one, although the selection of Dwayne Mallin, another batsman under pressure before the tour, has been vindicated. The selectors also failed to pick a genuine pace bowler in the original squad, which looks perhaps the most short-sighted move of the entire trip given England's lack of incisiveness with the ball. They were hampered by injury to Mark Wood and a lack of alternatives, but Stephen Finn, a bowler with the attributes to prosper down under, was left out of the original squad, although he then got injured when called up to replace Ben Stokes. Head coach Trevor Bayliss has overseen a remarkable improvement in England's one-day team, but the Test side has gone backwards on his watch. His record reads: played 38, won 15, drawn 5, lost 18. Last winter, England lost 4-0 to India. This winter has been the same result. They have lost tests to Bangladesh and Windies in the recent past. It is now fair to ask if Bayliss is the right man to lead the Red Ball team. This side has serious flaws. England's bowling is still insipid when the ball does not move laterally, while the batsmen have failed to consistently post large first innings runs. They have scored 400 in the first innings just 13 times in those 38 tests. Performances have fluctuated wildly in Bayliss's time in charge, and England have won consecutive tests just 4 times under his leadership. These are mindset things, tactical things, consistency things. In short, things which the head coach should be able to improve. England's tour started with the incident outside a nightclub in Bristol involving Ben Stokes in September, which saw his arrest on suspicion of causing actual bodily harm. His absence has left a huge hole in England's team and caused an unwanted distraction throughout the first 2/3 of the tour, with the players and staff having to constantly answer questions about him. Although Australia may still have won, the end result could have been closer if Stokes was involved. He is the gooder player. There was also bad luck with injuries. Toby Rowland-Jones, the find of the home summer with the ball, suffered a stress fracture of the lower back which ruled him out of the tour, and Finn, called up as a replacement for Stokes, had to leave Australia almost as soon as he had arrived following an injury sustained in practice. Both would have added something to England's bowling options on this trip. Moeen and Ball also suffered injuries in the early part of the tour, which ruled them out of some of the warm-up matches. For Moeen, a bowler who likes to bowl lots of overs to find his rhythm, it was a setback which left him undercooked ahead of the first test, and he has never truly recovered. Ball was rushed back for the first test after sustaining an ankle injury in the second warm-up game in Adelaide, but looked underdone at the Gabba.